In 3, 2, 1, we are live. Okay, and you should be able to see the. You should be able to see the analytics in a moment on your end. You'll be able to watch the actual how everything's going down in the YouTubes because you have access. You should have access to it. Oh, and I should be able to just hit the refresh button, and it should fix. Yeah.
Number 2. All right. Interesting.
There we go. And we appear to be online. All right. Okay, so we're starting. We're not starting just yet. We're kind of waiting for everyone to show up, and then we're gonna start.
All right, cool. What is our delay?
It should be about 5 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Or longer. I don't know. That's a hell of a delay, actually. I put it to normal latency.
All right, cool. Cool.
Okay, so we're starting.
Trying to get a Pepsi sponsor?
Yes, yes, I am. I do enjoy the great taste of Pepsi to the max. To the max.
I'm so oily. At least I'm not dry.
See, that's why I wear makeup. Wait, no one's supposed to know about that. Yeah. Oh, and just because you can see it now, you see what I did there? I gave you my screen, and I gave you your screen.
Ah, I see that.
Yeah. So now we can post whatever we want on it. I just got to make sure that no porn goes on my right screen. I mean, no extra images.
Ah, privately organized reality news. Yeah, I'm a big fan of reality news.
Yes, everyone loves the privately organized reality news.
Well, we do privately organize it.
There's a whole industry about the private organization of. No, you stupid fool! About the private organization of such things. All right, and wow, wow. Actually, no, I want to start with this one. I never grabbed a cover for Planet Hulk. That's fine, whatever.
Oh, I didn't grab any covers either. I just grabbed like 6 pictures of the people I wanted to talk about, and pretty much it.
All right, that's fine. Okay, so, um, sorry guys, we're still kind of in setup mode. I do apologize. We're doing this live because what's professionalism?
That's live TV for you.
Yes.
Where does one see people actually chatting?
Oh, the right of the screen. Yeah, but only when they start to chat.
Oh. Start chatting, everyone. Start chatting. Everyone's probably going to notice I'm not wearing my glasses because I forgot them at work.
No! He can't see without them!
I'm going to be half blind. Like British blind. That's how blind I'll be. I'll be blimey.
Oh, blimey! All right. There really should be a link button here. Oh, there is a share button. Ha ha! All right. So I shall share to my Facebook. Oh yeah, don't forget to hit that share button. Make sure everyone knows.
Oh, I shared. I shared. I'm watching the preview on the other window, but I'm keeping it low res so my stream doesn't get affected.
Yeah.
Although the download shouldn't affect the upload because they're separate. Unlike back in the old days where there was the same line. Oh, my screen is almost big enough to be a TV. Well, Good for you, Vex Hulk. Good for you. I know exactly what that's like because I've used the TV as a screen before, and I went blind.
As have I. It is a glorious thing. All right. Okay. And who else? Who else must know my secret?
Your secret identity? Tech by day, ninja by night. Support in between.
Aha. Well, actually, no. The tech support ninja thing was something I was doing, like during the day as well. When you don't want to talk to people, and but you still have to fix their stuff. That's when things happen.
Yeah, I know all about fixing stuff. Oh, it's gonna be so sad. I won't be able to I got no voice changers. I got no face changers. It's just raw meat, raw deal, like that Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, Raw Deal. I'm trying to think, how many movies did Arnold do with a tank top? I think that was I think that might have been the first movie he did where he was on the box cover in like a tank. I think he had a tank and like a 12 gauge.
Hmm.
Yep, yep. Vexed Hulk agrees. I'm not googling it, but pretty sure from memory. Also, I think either his hair was slicked back or he may have had a ponytail back in the day for that. But I think it was more slicked. I think he only ever had long hair um as Conan. I think. I don't think he ever had any other movies with long hair.
I don't think so either. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't think of him as such.
I
All
missed
right.
the Conan cartoon show intro.
Oh yeah,
Conan the
the advent.
Barbarian.
No, it's Conan,
Conan
the adventurer.
mightier than thee.
Yeah, Conan, the adventurer. It was Conan the adventurer because being called a barbarian was not cool,
Oh, just like the Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles.
as they said in England. Yes. All right. So I think I have successfully alienated enough people asking them to, either watch it or to get over here to watch it.
Well,
Um,
even if we have like the main gang watching, it's all
uh,
good. It's all good. We'll
no, there
teach
must
them a
be.
thing or two.
Everyone must know.
Well, I don't have followers yet, so I've got no one to bug. But I will have to get on that now that my PC's clean. The real test will be running games after. I'll try and install something quick after all this. Do do do.
All
He
right.
had long hair in Conan. Yeah.
Yeah, he
Oh
did.
no, you can't do Optimus? What? What?
No, you
I don't,
can't.
I don't need a voice changer to do Optimus. I am Optimus Prime. Is the only thing I did with that was I added a little pinch, like that little spice of the like vocoder effect. That's all. Maybe maybe as a side channel, I'll get back to one of my oldest projects, Story Time with Optimus Prime. And you just read out children's stories with that epic voice. Once upon a time, there was three little pigs. Three Little
Good.
Pigs, my all-time favorite childhood story.
Of
It's
course,
just,
it
it's
tells
very
a story.
epic, especially depending on who portrays it, or who tells it, or who interprets it.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Especially if you think about the Green Jelly song, where at the end of it, they get the Three Little Pigs call Rambo. I love that.
oh, I remember that. They called Rambo.
Little
You're
pig,
us.
let me in. And they did like any other piggy would do, and they called 911, and they brought Rambo. Hey yo, Wolfface. So
Your ass is
good.
mine.
Oh,
Yeah. Good night,
you.
moon. Good night, cow jumping over the moon. Good times, good times. Okay, so I think we've had enough like screwing around, having some like just getting ourselves all ready sort of deals.
Yeah, it's all nice and warmed up now. I think my throat is good to go.
And I'm well stretched because that was not what that was. Not at all me just being weird.
What? We're not weird. We're nerds, man. Antiquated nerds.
Which is another way of saying we're just very, 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 very old.
Doesn't matter what generation or age. All the nerds are cool now. I can either be a tough guy and build you a cabin in the woods, or I can unlock your iPhone. So like you gotta pick and choose. Can't have both.
Yeah. Like, do you really want a guy whose only job there is to, like, chop wood? Or do you want the guy who can make sure your laptop works?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't mind watching a repeat gift of Captain America chopping wood. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Then he does that thing where he just rips it in half. He's like, ugh! Like, yeah.
Axes awful wussies. I'm Captain America.
Yeah, we all forget he's like super strong. He can technically beat on dudes pretty easily, and even go toe to toe with some of the strongest some of the strongest people there is. And he is the strongest.
There is no strongest there is. There's only one person. One person. One. And he's on the team at least.
Yeah. I mean, he's very vexed, apparently.
He is.
I think that means something. Like, I think it means
your face changers. I didn't even use my face changers in the last one. I'll have to remember for future ones to keep some faces in reserve.
Yeah, I don't like the face changers. They cause the uncanny valley of a face changer causes me to have some issues emotionally.
That's even better. That's real time reactions. Like, what if I did Ronald Reagan? And then you just have a tear come down to your eye. Save one for the Gipper. Like, you got to remember Reaganomics.
Oh. No.
I think he ended his run during my childhood. I've been around for a lot of presidents, and I'm not even part of the states.
Oh, damn. Snapple facts. The only one I remember was Clinton. We're not even going there. My God, we are totally off topic from the topics we need to topic. Okay, so yes, we are going to talk about, in this day and age, in this great nation that is Canada. I don't know.
In this nation.
The Fire Nation.
I'm putting some visual effects and flair.
Yeah, no. So yes, today's epic topic. So, hold on. Let me do this. Let me do this the right way. Let me do this the dramatic way. In today's Antiquated Nerd episode 4 topic, we start on the Incredible Hulk. He's big. He's green. He's based off of Frankenstein. He is the mightiest of all the Avengers.
And the strongest there is.
Don't make him angry. You wouldn't like him when he's angry.
Because he'll make you eat your peas.
What?
We're not talking about the Jolly Green Giant?
No!
What?
Wrong one!
What? I got all this media for ho 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 green giant.
Yeah, no, sorry, dude. Wrong giant green dude who can destroy your world. God, imagine if the freaking Jolly Green Giant was a Marvel villain. It's oh God, he's launching his P attack. Oh no, isn't this supposed to be for children? Wrong kind of.
I think if he would be Galactus level strong because we only ever see his feet, and when Galactus is on Earth, we don't even see Galactus's feet. But unless he's fighting for some reason.
He can fit on the planet. He can stay on the planet. His whole thing when he eats the planet is he actually builds this machine a giant ass straw. He just sticks it in there, sets it up, and then he just then he just absorbs the energy through it, kind of like a straw. It's not he just goes and tendrils and stuff land on it. Nah, he has a whole process.
The process of going into the talks of World War Hulk.
Yes, because we can never stay on topic for more than 2 seconds. All right, no, but seriously, we are okay. So before we even talk about World War Hulk, we have to talk about why World War Hulk, because World War Hulk happened because of an other Marvel event. So yeah, here's World War Hulk, it's all pretty and stuff, but it came about because of something else, something darker, something far more gruesome, but so much more awesome. And I can't see any of the images because they're all tiny now. Give me a second. I can't. Okay, extra large. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. We are talking about. Yeah, that one. We'll do that one. Planet Hulk. I don't know why, but it's giving me that as the Planet Hulk variant. Planet Hulk, where World War Hulk originally came from, was where it was the precursor to World War Hulk, is all about the Incredible Hulk being. Wait, where did all the pictures go? I had more pictures than this. No, you all got mixed up. Okay, so here is the basic rundown of Planet Hulk. The Hulk ends up on a alien planet. This alien planet, wrong one. I think it was better before when I just kind of flipped through them. The alien planet, because like I saved like 60 of these things, and I'm seeing 5.
Oh
I don't
boy.
I don't think a lot of them saved to where they were supposed to go.
I decided to give myself a nice little like cover picture in like mine as well.
Yeah. Oh man, they didn't. Where'd they all go? No, I saved so
See that,
many.
people? This is live. This is raw. This is real. Doesn't get much realer than this. Hey, is realer a word? I don't know.
I
That's
don't
something
know
to think
either.
about.
I mean, this was from when I was actually doing the search for them. You know what? It's like it's mixing the first half I grabbed and the second half for some reason, which is weird. All right, whatever.
Hmm.
So here's how the story goes. The Incredible Hulk ends up. So no, actually, going a little bit ahead of himself. So one day, the Incredible Hulk decides that he wants to have a hissy fit and destroys Las Vegas. The most intelligent Marvel people in all of Marvel on Earth decide that it's a good idea that instead of just dealing with him on the day to day, that they stick him in the spaceship and launch him out into space and like put him on another planet that so he can be no one else's problem. The planet was supposed to be uninhabited and really nice and peaceful, very pretty, and everyone will be happy. But because Hulk smash, he ends up on a different planet. You may find the name of his familiar, Sakaar.
Actually, before we get to Sakaar, we have to mention the name of the council that sent him there.
The Illuminati.
The Illuminati. How about that? Professor Xavier, Doctor Strange, Tony Stark, and I think Reed Richards. I think it was those 4, right?
Oh, you also forgot Black Bolts of the Inhumans.
Eh, nobody likes to talk about Black Bolt
Oh, that's because
because
you don't
he
talk.
can't say much, which we'll get to later too, as well.
Yes. All right. I'm just sifting through all of the pictures for some stupid reason.
Planet Sakaar. I wonder if
Yeah.
there's an actual meaning to that when they chose the planet name for the comic. Usually they like to derive it from something. So Sakaar, I never looked it up.
I think it was supposed to be like it was supposed to sound like Scar. It's a scarred planet.
Ooh, ironic name in that case. If that is the case, which we'll also get to later. Dun, dun, dun.
Yes. So I'm gonna close a bunch of windows here because I just opened like 20 windows, cycling through shit.
I
All
love
right.
this
So
show.
yes, this is awesome. I am amazing at content. So here's how it all goes. So as it goes, so he ends up on Sakaar. He is immediately taken by who's called the man called the Red King, who is some psychopath, madman guy who decides that he wants to, that he has to be the best. Like he basically sends him off as a god. He sets himself up to be a god. Here's him right now being slashed up by the Hulk, and I'm going to. Oh yeah, actually, here's a better thing. We'll go into this a bit more. Um, he
There we go. I'll leave a
he
picture up too.
he sets himself up to be so he's supposed to be like the God King of Sakaar. Ah, there. Yeah, see, he has the much better picture. He is the God King of Sakaar. He loves to be worshipped, and everyone thinks that he's like amazing what he does, but he's actually the biggest an asshole in the world. Well, that world, you know, Iron Man still exists in the other one. We're not going to get that yet. So he thinks, let's have some fun with this guy because the Hulk is really weak and like in and hurtable in the current state he's in because of the whatever the hell happened that got him to the planet. So he puts him
Well,
in.
if I recall, as soon as he got there, they shot him with some stuff. Uh, the nanos or whatever, they go into his bloodstream, they make him smart, and they make him weak because it's a whole new planet that's toxic at the same time.
Maybe I don't. You know what? I don't remember that. I reread this thing. I don't even remember that. I'll double check that. But yeah, so he puts him in the arena. Of course, Hulk kills everything. Decides that he wants to, does a whole gladiator thing. He's a gladiator for the Red King, but of course, something special happens, something important. While fighting the Red King, he's like, monsters don't learn. Yeah. And then. Nope. Nope. Oh, god damn it. Why did I lose it? Ah, there goes my everything.
Well, I remember when he did get injected with those what are they called? Talk bots? Yeah, I think that was it. Talk bots.
Yeah.
That actually give him a special ability, which he didn't previously have too well in this form.
Then, of course, he does this weird little jump thing and then cuts him in the face. Cold slash.
Hey
He
man,
learns.
you never give the Hulk an opening. But of course,
Yeah.
he doesn't actually know that, so
Yeah, of course. So, but of course, because like he's in front of all those people, he can't just kill him on the spot. So he decides to make him his like pretty little. He's a gladiator. He is now the gladiator for the Hulk, and that becomes a whole thing. He does the whole gladiatory thing. He meets a whole bunch of fun little people, including. Wait, hold on. Let me get to the right picture for that. I think it's this one. No, that's the beginning of when he was making the killings. No, no.
do.
I know I'm bad at this. Stop judging me. Stop
Actually,
judging me.
I think I didn't get a full pick of them, but I got something close enough.
He basically creates what's called the Warbound. They are a group of fellow gladiators who are strong enough to do the whole not die right away thing.
Yeah.
And you can recognize so recognize two things here. One, the armor he's wearing and how familiar it is to a certain movie that happened.
Yes, the unspoken movie.
Oh no, we're going to talk about it, just not right now.
I know him from work.
Yeah. Then comes. Oh, we're on the same plot. Then comes. Oh, there later. Then comes and I'm broken again. Then they of course just try to they try a few things. They have this fun little part. Then they decide that it's a good idea to where is it? There it is. They decide to blow up the stadium with them in it. Oh, also, if you notice this little brown guy in the corner here, that is, let's zoom in a bit. This little fun little guy right here, that is Korg, who for some reason in a specific movie is from New Zealand.
Oh my god. Well, I mean, in the movie, it was the director who portrayed it.
Yes,
he's got that little voice.
I know.
Because dude is so funny. He had to squeeze himself in.
I know, and he was amazing in it. But then I was so disappointed when they took my favorite story and then made it this, and made it that movie. And like, of course,
Well,
it was more for it was more for Thor, not the Hulk, but this. So yeah, blows it up. So they do that to him, and then they do one more fun little thing where they bring about. Let's just skip a bunch of this stuff. And okay, so I just close up everything because I just too much stuff in there. They give us. They even put him against the Silver Surfer. Yeah, that's not what I
we
wanted.
all
There you go. And which this was the epic fight of what the. Uh, now, okay, so just to cut ahead here, exactly. Surfer gets them free. They go free. They become renegades and rebels. They free the planet from the Red King. Kill the Red King in a really fun way. Die. That's awesome. And then they do all the fun things. He fights them. They get all cool, and then
whoa, whoa,
yes,
whoa, wait. We're we're skipping over one of like the best battle parts about this entire thing. When the Hulk does fight the Silver Surfer, they all have these little control discs that urge them to fight because the Red King controls everyone on pretty much the entire planet, which is crazy.
yeah,
Or at least mostly the combatants, I suppose.
everyone who's
Um,
considered a slave.
yeah, exactly. And there's a certain part which they also represent in the animated movie with a different character, but it's still hilarious
Yeah.
because
Oh,
they're
here,
fighting with the swords, and then his
here's
sword
here.
breaks, he throws it, he eats it right in the chest, and he's like, oh, I'm free, and the Hulk just wham, he just clobbers him, and he just goes to town on him
Yeah,
until everyone just looks away in disgust, and the cheers are just like, yeah, he's still punching him. Ooh, he's
yeah,
getting uncomfortable.
yeah. Here's how it is in the comic. Silver Surfer takes it in the chest. I'm free. Thank you. And then smoosh, smoosh, and it gets a
Oh,
little bit. It gets a little bit much.
yeah, it goes
uh,
yeah, that goes pretty bad. But with the replacement, do you think Beta Ray Bill was a suitable substitute?
no, I think they should have brought in the Silver Surfer. Silver Surfer should have been in there.
Do
I
you
don't. I
do you
don't
think
like
having
Beta Ray Bill in there was not enjoyable at all because
oh
they wanted to have Thor in there, but because they couldn't have Thor, they brought in secondary Thor, which is also known as the Beta Ray Bill.
mm,
Yeah,
well, if you think about it, having Beta Ray Bill probably helped them in the movie to steal a little bit of that fight into said movie.
true, maybe, I guess. Also, they didn't even have any of this like happening in Thor Ragnarok. And they gave the thing on his neck in Thor Ragnarok, but Hulk didn't even have one because he actually liked being there, and he wasn't just
What was it
you know
called? Was it the Eye of not the Eye of Sikarson? That's it. The Eye of Sikarson. The Egg Breaker. The Egg Breaker.
what are you talking about from there?
While you're talking about what the Hulk was wearing around his chest, he when they go for the big battle, and they destroyed the Egg Breaker, which is the giant robots. Meek gives him the heart or an eyeball. I can't remember.
You're
And
talking
he
about from the
wears.
animated movie. Okay, yeah.
Well,
No,
they
no.
had something similar in the comics, didn't they? Or did I just get
You just no
Marvel
the
mesmerized?
the egg breaker was one of the things that they did when they were training the gladiators for combat.
The
Where they
Wilderbots.
Yeah, they stuck them into the Wilderbot. That was the whole thing. They're like, it's like, we're gonna send you against the Wilderbots, ancient robots that have decided to ruin everyone's day by being angry and evil. And then they're like, and then it's like, oh, we're gonna deal with that shit now. And they're like, And then, of course, Then Hulk's like, you know what? Smashy, smashy. And then he smashes them all, and everyone's like, no. And then he's like, yes. And then
Oh
everyone's like,
yeah,
all right, cool.
it was a very
uh,
good fight. Regardless, all the fights in the arena were all good fights.
yes, even when they weren't. Like
Well,
Target and ad. Well, that's actually one of the missing things. Where did half my downloads go? Like, I really want to look.
well, did you what was I gonna say about the Red King? Right. So we call him the Red King. Pretty red in the comics, but I guess maybe to soften it on animated film, they were all pink. Everybody was just pink.
Well,
It
everyone was
was
pink.
just
Everyone was pink there too, but
I guess they didn't want to call him the Pink King, or they didn't. Maybe they didn't have a word for pink, and it was just red. It just
no,
happened to be a coincidence that maybe red means pink.
I think that he just didn't want to be called the Pink King. I wouldn't want to be called the Pink King. That sounds like a sex toy. I don't want to.
What?
I do not
No,
want to.
it sound like a pork rotisserie shack.
I would never go to a pork rotisserie shack referred to as the Pink King.
Well, you just swap it around just a tiny bit and you call it the Pig King or something.
Oh,
I don't know.
Pig King, it makes sense. Oh, I lost your video for a second. Hold on.
Well, pigs are pink too. Oh, my face. Or
your face is stuck.
once I come back in sync, I'll resume.
All right, hold on. Let me try something. Did it work? I don't know if you're actually moving or if it's no. Okay. All right. I can do this. I'm good at this. I'm going to go into here. I'm gonna. Oh.
Just so everybody knows, I'm still enjoying this. I'm still very much enjoying this.
There we go. I fixed it. Haha. Tech support.
I kind of wish I would have froze on an epic face pose than more just less.
Yeah, I know you.
Oh man, that was such a beautiful face. That was such a beautiful face.
But yeah, so yeah, so yeah.
Well, yeah, so it was. Let's see. We passed the wildebeest. Right, you were at the explosion, blowing up the entire arena with everyone inside.
Yes, but for some reason, no one actually died in. Hulk just got angry and wrecked their. Like they brought in special robot death warriors and stuff, and then they wrecked their shit. And then of course in the third fight comes Surfer, or as they call him, the Silver Savage. And then of course he wrecked. Then he got wrecked by the Hulk. He got angry.
Yep.
I just like that part. And then then he leaves and he decides that okay, we're rebels now. We're rebels with a cause. And then things ensue. Morality and stuff is found, and it turns out that certain members of his warbound, his friends in fighting, are not very good at being not evil. So
that's a good thing.
Well, sorry, not very good at. Not being good at not being evil.
Yeah, that's a good thing. If someone's good at being evil, you want to know who they turn into? They turn into Doctor Doom. That's who they turn into. And you don't want people being good at being evil.
Yeah, no, they're not good at not being. They're good at being evil. Like what happened with Meek, and that queen and the princess woman who decided that who the Hulk had to smack down 6 times before she got the picture. That
Meek, man, Meek got underplayed.
No, Meek got played. Meek, okay, in the movie, yes, Meek got underplayed. Yes,
in the movie. Sorry, I forgot
to
mention
my god,
that
yeah,
in the movie.
Yeah, in the movie, Meek is severely like a weird little larva thing that has legs. No.
Oh no, Meek, I've lost you. Wait, turns out Meek's still alive. I can't do his weird accent, but
Meek's still alive. He's just asleep.
it's so bad.
Yeah, Meek, this little black insect dude right here with 4 arms, eventually gets a lot bigger. He like throughout his entire life, all 15 minutes of it, he basically learned to idolize the Hulk. And when he saw the Hulk was this uncaring super beast who decided that all y'all, I'm gonna go do the Hulk stuff myself. And so, and like, smash them all the vengeance, all the anger, and of course, because, that's all he ever understood, Meek held on to that. And then when came the time for peace and love, Meek was like, nah, bruh, I lost everything. Everything's dead.
Well, he did do a little bit of peace and loving a little bit later.
Yeah, he decided that sex with the one in the back there, the flying one, was a good idea. And then came horrible things that happened. Horrible things that happened. Oh yeah, strong angrier he gets, the stronger he gets. Of course, that's what we always say about Mr. Bruce Banner, pelted by gamma rays, turned into the Hulk, and he immaculate.
Oh snap! Shania in the house. I said Shania. I'm sorry about that. I meant Shayna. It just came out too fast. Up in Canadian. Shania Twain. I associated too fast. My apologies.
Hold on, I'm celebrating. Don't put some music on. This is weird.
Should we have like old school Marvel music? Maybe from Marvel versus Capcom or something. A new challenger has arrived.
I'll put something in post, but it's going to be really stupid.
All right, let's just get it on. Let's throw in some like Vogue in there. Hey, I realize this is harder to do than I thought. Madonna was good. That was a very, very good move on her part.
All right. And we do okay. Start. Okay.
It's going to be a long clip, and I'm just going to be like, oh, I'm not. The old classic head move.
Yeah, you're just pulling Night of the Rock Sparrows, like, and I'm just like, there are two kinds of people in this world.
I'm too old. Night at the Roxbury will break my neck. My neck will just that would be a horrible thing. In just midstream. Well, apparently can't move the rest of my body.
I'm just imagining that someone gets this and like there are two kinds of people in this world, and it's just you like, and yeah, that's
those who can and those who churn butter.
Oh god.
All right.
Finger holes. Right. Put them in the finger holes.
I did. I just don't physically have finger holes here. They were metaphorical finger holes for those of you watching.
Okay. So yeah. So yes, Meek decides to do a horrible thing, but yeah, the whole thing goes. Hulk becomes king. He gets a queen. They're about to have a baby. They finally have the good life. Hulk makes sure that the world that they live in is a happy place, and then it blows up.
Hey, it doesn't just blow up.
It blows the fuck up, and like Hulk's wife dies. Everyone's lives are completely and utterly.
Wait, no.
What did I miss?
If we're gonna talk about stuff blowing up and just briefly mention wives, we gotta at least talk about Kyra at least.
Oh yes, he gets a wife who is like a super strong badass warrior who can kick his ass.
Was originally the bodyguard, the shadow of the Red King, and she was protected by the Oldstrom, which made her invulnerable and almost, if not as strong as the Hulk, without getting stronger, of course. But that girl went head to head, and that pretty much explains why she was the perfect mate right there. They just
Oh
they could
yes.
beat each other up all day, all night, all week,
And
and
by
still be fine.
and by beat each other up, they mean sex.
Well, that too, but I think even the Hulk tires out. If I
You think so?
recall, I think after they get married on maybe the very first night or something, he actually reverts back to Bruce Wayne, and that's
Banner.
when she's. Oh no, I'm wrong. It's it's um it's before that happens, if I
No,
recall.
so no. Here's how it goes. There's two times he turns back into Banner. One where looking for it. I know I have it here somewhere.
The beings on the other planet.
One where there's actually an issue during the series where the Hulk has a like a cycle has a like an internalized battle with Bruce Banner, and who for some reason actually is wearing glasses in here somehow.
Oh,
How's he wearing
that's right. He
glasses?
didn't come with
I
glasses.
just saw
Well,
the like where are the glasses here? And so yeah, he managed to actually turn back into the Hulk for a second, so turn back into Banner for a second, and then in a blink of an eye, bam, back to Hulk.
right. I do recall that scene now.
Yeah,
That's right.
see,
Also
you're
on the
worried.
planet, one of
No
the
idea about
Red
dust
King's
monsters.
greatest weapons were these spores that were actually spawned from a moon that's hanging above the planet like any other moon. But this moon had these beings from another dimension that were trapped up there, and essentially they were just leaving their offspring that would be captured onto these ships and then rain upon the entire population or whatever population he wanted to control or eliminate. And eventually, after the defeat of the Red King, the Hulk decides to go and rescue these aliens on the moon, but they need energy. And guess what? They feed off gamma radiation. So, considering there's no other sources, the Hulk agrees to have them pretty much suck him dry. So they all latch on and they're like, "Oh, I don't think you'll have enough power." Hulk's like, "Don't worry, I'll be fine. Just keep on drinking, keep on drinking." And they eventually do actually drink him dry till he's completely out of gamma for like a minute or two, and he
Yeah,
reverts back down to Bruce Banner. And I think that's when Kyara sees him as Bruce for the first time.
maybe. No, I think there's one time. You know what? I'm gonna go look at the comic right now because I have to double check this. Uh, don't you judge me! All right, hold on. Okay, that's Planet. That's World War. Hold on, you go back to Planet Hulk.
I'll
Yeah,
take
because
comics I've already read for 500, Alex.
you're funny, man. All right, so let's see. Planet Hulk, Planet Hulk, Planet Hulk. The Bruce Banner pelted by
The
gamma
perfect
rays turned
relationship.
into the Hulk.
Yes, Mr. Vexed Hulk. That was the perfect relationship. And in past tense, it was the perfect relationship.
It was very enjoyable for most.
it was it was something very, very special because I think unless the Hulk starts dating a celestial, he's not gonna date somebody that powerful again, ever, ever. Oh, actually, no, never. Nope. I did a quick little flashback in my mind, and Betty gets turned into a Hulk at a certain point, but she's like a rage Hulk, and it's kind of boring.
Yes,
Kind of very boring.
she's a Rolk.
A Hulk?
Yeah, that's what they call the Red Hulks.
Yeah. Right. No, they don't. You just put that in my head. Put that in
Yeah,
my head. You made me believe it. Don't believe it, guys. Don't
I
believe everything you hear on the internet, even if it's from two old nerds.
okay. You're right. It was the first time he's the first time is that was when he was in the Gamma because in the second time, yeah,
Woo!
I'm just showing from the website that I'm pulling all this stuff from. There's a point where she asks him to see who he like see all of him and then he reverts back to Bruce Banner, and then
Yeah, that's right. That's
and
right.
and then the sex happens, and everyone's happy.
Yep. That's when it goes down. I mean, obviously she was like, well, you better man up again because I'll break you. She was used to getting thrown around by the Hulk. Bruce ain't got squat.
I mean, he's got a few things, just nothing really.
I think she's bigger than him when he reverts back to Bruce.
Oh,
Can't really
most
tell, but
most people are.
most people are bigger than Bruce.
Yeah, he's a tiny little man. That's the whole
Mm.
idea. There's a juxtaposition between him being this super tiny little man who's smarter than everyone else, and then you get like the giant dumbass Superman who can like throw mountains, and like he literally moved a tectonic plate because you know
Well, I mean, even if you think about it, if you've ever seen the Hulk throw, I don't know, a building, how do you grab a building from a corner and throw it? You can't. You would literally just grab the corner of the building. But
the
no.
the the Hulk can. The Hulk has enough strength to not only lift but be able to angle himself and maneuver his muscles just right to create an angle point. So when he lifts an entire building, he can lift the entire building and not just pick up the piece.
I think I think the Hulk's just got really good core muscles. Just
Well,
all
yeah,
core.
he's
All core.
yeah, he's like yeah, of course he's all core.
He's
He's the
got gamma abs, man. Gamma abs.
like
Hashtag gamma abs.
abs of the pure gamma. He is the gamma king, but at the same time, he Hulk super strong, Hulk super smash, and like it doesn't matter. Like he's basically strong enough that when things are at their best, when you when you need some kind of physical impossibility to happen, you just bring in the Hulk. Oh,
Well, I mean, technically, if we revert back to the movies, Thanos just smacked him around like a little boo, just
yes.
beat him up.
Okay, movie Hulk is never as strong as he's supposed to be. Ever. He is super dumbed down for how strong he is.
I'm trying to think if there's one that was close. Let's see. There
Hashtag
was
yes.
the Eric Bana incarnation, and then there was.
We don't talk about that one. That one's not. Edward Norton technically is real, and then somehow he turns into Mark Ruffalo.
Well, just blame it on the fact that Edward Norton, ironically enough, is one of the actors who never agrees to do sequels. It's pretty much in his contracts almost. Although that was the one time he did kind of agree to it, but he didn't like the script and pissed off all the directors and Marvel, including. So
Yeah, so now, and if you haven't noticed, he hasn't worked since. uh,
really, has he been not working for that long?
I have I have not seen him. I have not seen him like get angry in a very very long time.
Ah,
Uh,
well, that's all on him.
all right, okay. I'm gonna do this. Okay, I'm gonna do this without sound, just to try to save our monetization demonetization thing. But there's just one thing I just want to point out, and maybe we can do this with subtitles. And just my favorite thing about because we're talking about Edward Norton right now, and he is by far the coolest guy ever. And maximize the screen here. It is on YouTube, so technically it should work. And so yeah, like right here, this whole thing right here, where it's like, that's my secret. I'm always angry, and then Hulk goes smashy smash. Yeah, you think that is like the strongest he can absolutely get? It isn't. He
Yeah,
can
but you
be
gotta think
like
about that. That was instant anger. That wasn't full anger. That was instant anger.
he never
It's
gets.
not.
Yeah, Hulk in the movies, he doesn't get stronger the angrier he gets. He's not
Well,
like how because the one fact is that when Hulk is like hey in Avengers 2 when the Hulk is going full berserker because of Scarlet Witch's voodoo magic, uh, she he was able to be taken out by Iron Man's Hulkbuster armor. In the comic,
well,
in the
he was
comics,
tired. He was
in,
tired.
in the comics, it never happened. Any kind of Hulk,
I
like
think
anything,
even in the comics, the Hulkbuster is taking him down at least once.
never
I mean, that's the whole
once.
point of the
I
Hulkbuster. Come on.
it's so okay. Someone out there, show me an issue of Avengers, Incredible Hulk, anything that isn't a what if scenario, where the Incredible Hulk is taken down by a Hulkbuster armor.
Guys, if you can find fan art, just slap a Marvel issue layer over it and you're good to go.
I challenge you, Internet. Find me an issue where the Hulkbuster armor actually stops the Hulk.
I'm sure it has.
It has not. So, like the Hulkbuster in every scenario has always, yeah, Hulk destroys Hulkbuster in the comics. Even when like every attempt they try to do with stopping the Hulk just pisses him off a bit more, and then he ends up just wrecking them because that's how it works. But then in the movie, he is at full 150% raw, pissed off.
Yeah,
Not
but
even, not even
yeah,
like
yeah,
just
but it
punch in the
wasn't it
face.
wasn't it wasn't World War. I mean, every new level of rage brings out a new Hulk. So we
We
can't say for sure.
not in the movies.
But
Not even a
canon
little
to the
bit in the
comics,
movies.
every certain level of rage is a new Hulk that's born, a new
Well,
personality.
in a lot of cases, yeah, there is a factor where depending on what pissed off the Hulk or how the Hulk got pissed off, you'll get him. Like if it's a controlled pissed off, Banner has a lot more control, and he's a little stupider, but he's a lot more functional. Then of course these
Savage Hulk. Good
and
Hulk.
and then when you have the Hulk that's you punch him in the face and like he gets really really upset about it, then you get World Breaker Hulk over here. Then like you just really piss him off and annoy him. That's when you get the Gray Hulk, Mister Fix It. Oh oh,
I
even
don't
in yeah.
remember how Mr. Fix-It works. I just know that he's there, and that one is 100% in charge. And I don't know, he's just like an everyday Joe. He wants money, he wants stability, a job, even if it's like black market shit. He wants to be like every other dude, just have money.
He wants to be an asshole. All right, but no, but seriously, yeah, like Mister. But yeah, no, there are different versions of the Hulk that always pops out. He does have multiple personalities, and sometimes it's basically just Bruce going green when they call him the Professor, which is what technically we got in Endgame. That's what the Professor Hulk was the
Mm.
version we saw there, which is his weakest form, but is smart, but like he's still the same intelligence as
When he
Banner.
first became the professor, I think that was in the era of mullets. Didn't the Hulk have a
Yes,
mullet too when he first
yes.
became that?
When he became, yes, the Hulk had a mullet in the '90s,
Oh
and
God,
he
I
and
miss
he
all
was
the mullet superheroes. Good
they
Lord.
all had mullets. They all had that epic hair that like just sling down the back, and yes, now they're all crew cuts because that's how they're supposed to be. Yeah.
Mm. Ooh.
Oh, and okay, Vexed. A little bit of a thing. Even though yes, Scarlet Witch's spell wore off, he was a bit kind of like the fact that he got punched out by the Hulkbuster, like still is enough to say that the Hulkbuster took
He
him out.
was dazed and tired. His eyes were bloodshot. He didn't know what was going on. He was confused. It was a sucker punch.
Yeah, it
Well,
was.
maybe a
Yeah, but
second sucker punch.
even then,
Uh,
man, he should have been able to take it. And like he is not strong as nearly as strong in the movies as he is in the comics. Not at any point. And you know what? We're gonna skip a bit ahead here to Planet Hulk. like in
Woo.
with two factors here. I'll go here. First off, there's this part where you just see him going ham on the Iron Man's Hulkbuster armor and just busting his shit up. I didn't say the other part where he goes, "Oh shit," when like a Hulk decides that
Well,
he's gonna kill him.
that was a lot of spite in that punch too, because he's like, your Hulkbuster armor won't do anything to save you, and it doesn't. And he beefed it up too. He beefed it up more than it had ever been beefed,
Yes,
and it just ended up looking like it looked like Iron Man in a Iron Empire suit of sorts. It's just it was so padded, it was ridiculous.
And then it cost you. My favorite thing though is that how powerful Hulk is just in the comics compared to the movies. Here's him at maximum angry. He got angry enough that the world around him just decided to stop, like just decided to break. He broke the world.
He was about to break the world. He was about to break the world. He started powering up like Goku. And the whole world started shaking.
And he was begging everyone to kill him because he knew that if he just did anything, that the world around him would just end. And like he takes a step, and basically he just messes up the eastern seaboard. That's how strong he was by taking a step. But
it doesn't make sense. But it's comics. I mean, like one step shouldn't reverberate that much. But when you're that angry, it's like every footstep is like a nuclear bomb going off somewhere.
Yeah.
In terms of vibrations.
But yeah, horrible. And it all comes down to, let's see, it just goes like, oh no, everyone dies. Everyone's dying. Back to which originally was, oh no, everything's all messed up. The people, they are burning. Oh no. And then he's like, oh, they did this. They killed everyone. I'm angry.
Hulk. Oh yeah,
look at that.
He got a good.
He decided to get angry. He decided to get angry enough to lift the tectonic plate, throw it at a mountain.
He should have done that in the first place, and all this wouldn't have happened.
And then he decided just to smash the ground until he reached like the core of the planet, just to get up. And then Hulk said. And then they're like, "Okay, guy, time for some vengeance."
It helps to be able to rage that much. I think it just really helped.
I just love this look right here. Look at that. Look at that. He is pissed, and it's just like you just could see the raw anger, like just drawn in there. And that's one of the things I love about Planet Hulk. It is so well drawn. It is glorious. Like this right here is an amazing look. Just like that.
Well, I don't know all the artists that participated in all of because of the various storylines, but it was very well drawn out throughout all of the miniseries parts and it's just amazing. I was a big fan of it, and I was glad that they kept it almost consistent. There's a few comics where the other artist was not really able to like do it as everyone else did, but yeah, it just gets more and more epic like every new issue.
Yeah, and Planet Hulk again for everyone who's out there. I know I already kind of spoiled it for most of you. Go read it. I didn't even get like
we haven't spoiled anything.
I know it feels like I did, but I didn't get into a tenth of it. It's still one of the most amazing comics out there. The best Hulk comic, like Hulk series arc, whatever you want to call it, in the world. And I swear to God, it is what made me collect Marvel. Like I thought, like I kind of started doing it in Civil War, and I started like, it kind of gets a shit. Like, what the hell is One More Day? What the hell? Captain America's dead? No. Then I read Planet Hulk, and I'm like, whoa. And next thing I know, I'm like, okay, I'm collecting every single comic book that Marvel has made. And then, like, next thing I know, I literally have
I was
several
like, I
filing
hope not.
cabinets.
I mean, I thought I could do that too as a kid. I thought I could walk up into a comic book store, and I thought they always had all the comics. But yeah, no,
Yeah,
they do not.
no, they do not. No,
Because,
it's
and especially when they don't, that comic that's no longer on the shelf is worth twice as much sometimes a few years later, or 4 times,
yeah.
10 times, 100 times.
That the issue of Captain America where he dies, I swear to God, I saw it on the shelf as like a new issue right then and there, like for like $5. I'm like, do I want to
How
pay
many of you out there regret being a kid and cutting into their comics and then realizing years later that it was worth so much when you were an adult in your 30s or your 40s or later, and you've seen the value of a comic and you realize, no, I used to cut out those pictures and I would make picture frames and or you would put them in your like I don't know, your high school agenda. Oh my god, just we didn't know the value of things. I regret it a lot. I sure did. What about you? Did you
No,
purposely damage any comics?
I didn't regret, but then again, I wasn't. They were not my comics. They were my older brother's
Uh,
comics.
I had a lot of black and white Marvel comics that I thought we were supposed to color in. Poor Spider-Man.
Poor Spider-Man, indeed. Oh my God.
Oh.
So yeah, so I think that we should get into the meat and potatoes of all this. We should probably actually talk about what we came here to talk about, which even though we've already spent up the hour on it, we should actually talk about World War Hulk, the
Mm.
ultimate comic thing that we
It's the culmination of all these events.
yes, because not only is it all about the World War, it's all about the Hulk's loss and everything, and him taking vengeance upon Earth. It's also about
Vengeance.
how messed up everyone else got because of the Civil War, and then Tony Stark taking over everything and him being a complete and utter idiot and tool. Because at the time, that's what he was, an idiot and a tool. He's like, oh, I'm so
What?
powerful.
Tony's not a tool. Tony gives the
Absolute
orders.
tool.
Tony gives the orders.
Yes, but he was also like, oh, I have the extremist armor. That makes me so badass. Like,
No,
no.
man, the biggest tool will forever be Reed Richards. Reed Richards is the tool.
He is a tool, yes. Possibly the biggest tool. All right, here's one thing I want to talk about. I wish I kind of cut this one a bit. So yes, he comes to Earth. He's like, everyone's like, oh my god. Then he comes down. Puny humans, I've come to smash. It's like like out of nowhere, a giant alien spaceship. Here's the Hulk, and he basically says, "I have come to smash." Like,
Yeah, yeah.
seriously.
See, this is like what I was talking about a bit. If you compare this to before he was ready to just smash everyone on Earth, his art style has changed.
Yeah,
He's got a bigger, blockier jaw now.
actually, I will be honest. I hate this art style. It actually was a huge turnoff for me. It was actually a little bit difficult to read this when it came out because everything looked so weird and
Yeah,
blocky.
it
Like,
looked different.
here's the art on the cover, super epic and awesome. Like you have like the super bulked out Hulk destroying tanks and shit. And then when it comes time to, get other Hulk, like, in the comic, here Hulk. Like, you get that weird lines and everything kind of looks like it's made out of like clay.
Yeah.
And the hair, what the fuck's going on with his hair? It's just a bunch
Yeah,
of
I know it's
lines.
blocky, it's chunky, it's like
They're all
it's like
chunky.
claymation almost.
Like, you got this guy versus like you got this versus like, well, this,
Yeah, it's
that's
just
you know
always different.
like, no, it should not. This should not be the improvement. It wasn't an improvement. And the worst part is that artist, he stuck around for a long time in Marvel. And like there were entire stories I skipped because even though they were like supposedly amazing stories and they were amazing stuff, I could not read them because the
So
art
you
was so
skipped some
terrible.
issues? I read every single one.
I collected them, I never read them. I couldn't. I tried, I failed because it was ugly. Like art
Hey,
matters.
hey, hey, whatever happened to don't judge a book by its content? Whatever happened to that? Whatever happened to that? You 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 think about that. Everyone out there who judged a book by its content, always by the cover, and it had great cover art. So it was a good book.
By its content. You just said by its content.
Yeah, that's
You
exactly
don't
what I
you
meant. It's
don't judge
content.
a thing by what it is.
You judged it based on its art, which is the content. It's the meat and potatoes. You don't judge a book by its content, you judge it by its cover. That's how comics work. The cover pulls you in and it tells you how good the story inside is. That's how it works. Mm.
Uh, uh,
I'm pretty sure everybody out there agrees. They all agree. You all agree.
uh, 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 I, 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 I need a minute. I need a minute.
Oh, oh, he's
Oh,
about to Hulk out. Quick, turn on the green filter. Oh no, actually, if we turned on the green filter, you
oh
would
my!
just vanish.
Oh my god! You know what? I could rip the shirt. But this is a really nice shirt. Please don't get me that angry. Like I actually did get legitimately angry there for a second. Like, is he real? Oh my god! I think he's real. No, I work with
Ah,
him. Oh
see
god!
that? I reversed the tables on you. Or the cards? Hey, reverse the cards? No, I turned the tables on you. God dang it. I must be tired. I had that
And I chose
uh
him. I chose him as my partner based on the fact that I thought he was a smart man. I am a terrible
hey,
judge of characters, ladies and gentlemen.
hey, I'll have you know that I think inside the box. All right? It's what's inside the box that's important, but not with comics. Okay? It's story and the pictures are just there to help you read.
Yes,
Read.
but then again, okay. So let's grab that.
Oh
It's
no.
supposed to help. That ain't helping. That right there. That right there did not help. It hurt.
Yes, but it hurt in a good way. It's why people say sometimes it hurts so good. It's good pain. It's good pain. Sometimes if you look beyond the
Okay,
art,
so if
you
you
will see
want,
the story.
dude, if you want BDSM, you go to Wonder Woman. No, this is good, clean fun. I don't want to feel pain. I am not. I am not into that sort of thing. I am no.
well, well,
Keep
I mean,
keep the
look,
whips and chains to the bedroom where they belong.
just look at the Hulk's armor. It's all in there, man. It's
It's
all in there.
it's
That
gladiator armor. It's not kink armor.
how does he move his arm? How does he move his arm? It's all
It's
armor.
it's plate. It's the stacked plate. It is designed to move. Also, I'm pretty sure that any metal, because he's strong enough, will just like just kind of move with him because it will yield to his strength. He's a fucking Hulk. Don't question that. But then again, what you really should be thinking is why is everything a square? Why is everything blocky and look like it's made out of a shitty kind of clay?
Well, that's because he's fighting the thing and it was clobbering time and the thing is blocky and
Accept your failure.
that's why the Hulk's thumbnails are blocky because the stronger you are, the more square your thumbnails and fingernails are.
Also,
Uh
why is his head smaller than his hands? I'm looking at that. I realize his head is so much smaller than his hands.
Well, that's because of the wrist guard and the metal army thing. it was clamping down and just like thickening up his hands. They was just ready to just explode,
Are you saying
explode.
are you saying his hands are swelling from blood loss?
No, they're swelling
Like,
from blood
uh,
gathering, just
that kind of
pooling.
yeah. It's like that. Like it's
Uh, Such a good fight that lasted only a couple panels. I
yes
took you
because
down once, Hulk. I can do it again. That was a long time ago. Jeez.
Then Hulk literally smashes the foot out of the thing. And it's
I
like
like that. It's just like wham, and he's just like, well, all right then. It's just oh,
okay,
so
I
good.
done. It's like well, I done fucked up, didn't I? Yep.
Well, wouldn't be the first time the Hulk ruins his vacation. We
Good times though. Yeah, it's always been like Hulk versus Thing in a lot of stuff because they're both the big, strong, ugly monster man.
Well,
But
early on, it was more fair. It was just Savage Hulk when he didn't actually get stronger by getting angrier. That came in at some
yeah,
point. I don't know when,
yeah.
but
Well,
him and Savage Hulk, yeah, they're pretty on par.
yeah. Just oh yeah. This it was just back to my screen. This thing, whatever the hell. Okay, it's kind of cool looking. Strange smash because he takes the power of
Dormammu.
Dormammu. Thank you. He takes the power of Dormammu and he uses to try to beat on the Hulk. And of course, the Hulk beats on him, makes him his pure little bitch. Leaves everything out of order. But yeah, it turns him into his little bitch, and everyone's like, "Oh, okay." I like
Yeah,
that one
but
though.
think about that. He teamed up with Dormammu, man. That was Doctor Strange where he's like, I got no choice. I got no choice. But in the end he still got suckered.
Yeah, I just so look at that. Look at that. Look at this. Look at this. How amazingly hand drawn all that is. Look at that giant monster creature. How beautiful it is. And then puny humans they come to smash. The story amazing. The fuck is wrong with his lips? Like
Well, he got angry Hulk lips. Got angry Hulk lips. Actually, in fact, I mean, he only has lips when he gets punched because they get plump. Other than that, it's just a straight up cut in his face. That's what his mouth is. He's got
you're right.
that's
I
it.
can't
He's
understand.
got he's got Fred Flintstone face. That's what he gets. The
All
stronger
right.
he gets, the more Fred Flintstone he gets. I
All
who
right.
else did I want?
Okay.
Did I actually
Go on.
go on?
Yeah,
Oh,
Fred Flintstone face. Go on.
yes, the Fred Flintstone face. That's exactly what happens. And if you think about it, the thing is basically Barney Rubble. That's what it is. This is what it would be like if they fought. Fred is definitely the Hulk, towering over Barney, right? And then clobbering time is just the equivalent of the hey Fred, hey Freddy boy, Scooby Doo doo pop pop dooby dooby doo, right? And then you got the Hulk who's like, Bond, you don't want to make me angry or whatever. I can't really do a good Hulk because I'll sound too much like the honeymooners. And that's not what I need to sound like. Oh, but while we are still talking about the Hulk on Earth, we can't forget to talk about that nice, beautiful change of art that occurred when
Oh
he
yeah,
took on the Ghost Rider.
yeah,
Yo,
yes. All the side stuff, amazing art, not part of the plot at all, but really awesome to look at. Yes, I actually never read the Ghost Rider one. There was one.
yo,
No,
the Hulk. This one is quite amazing because now he's in is it Manhattan or New York? Anyways, he's in the city. He's tearing it up. He's smashing everything up. Johnny Blaze is just he's watching this on the news and he's like, no one can stop them. I mean, stop him except me. And the Ghost Rider is like, we got nothing to do with him. He's innocent. And this is one of the rare times where Johnny Blaze actually forces out the Ghost Rider. He forces him out and he takes control of the Ghost Rider, which is something Johnny almost never does. Usually the Ghost Rider takes over. So he drives all the way down into the middle of the city where all this chaos is taking place. And he just unleashes every single most powerful attack that the Ghost Rider has, does absolutely nothing to the Hulk. He ended up doing more damage. And then when the Hulk's like, who's the real monster here? When he realizes all the damage he's done, the Ghost Rider personality / spirit takes over and he's like, yeah, you're innocent. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
And he just leaves. But it was such an epic battle. I didn't grab any screens from this, so you're lucky. I won't be spoiling it. But definitely read that issue. It's the craziest amount of attacks. Like everything is like nuclear almost. It's just such an insanely good issue. Oh.
Yep. Then there's also the one where the X-Men crossover where you went to go to Xavier, who was also part of the Illuminati, but it was actually a bit of a thing where he didn't vote yes.
But he also didn't vote no.
No, he didn't vote. So it was kind of like,
yeah,
all right,
exactly.
So you're like one of the only people from there who didn't actually, who I have to wonder, am I going to have to smash you or no? And like the entirety of every single mutant that was left on Earth, essentially, fought the Hulk and lost. And then it just got to him, and then it's like, well, you know what? Basically, all your loved ones are dead. I'm going to give you a pass this time. He walks away.
Can't just jump into the whole Xavier story and not talk about one of our most faithful versuses. Versi? I don't know what the plural of versus is.
That.
But we had one of our most reliable combatants, where we had Colossus, we had Kitty Pryde, we had Beast, but we also had the Wolverine, one of Marvel's most classic matchups, the Hulk versus Wolverine. So the Hulk comes in and starts smashing everybody, but not because he wants to, because they're all trying to protect Professor Xavier. And Xavier is even like, guys, look, I'm guilty. Just let him through. And no one listens. They're like, no, we can't let him get to you. That's my Cyclops impression. We can't let him get to you, Professor.
That's about right.
And yeah, he just beats everybody up, bends all Colossus' arms, throws him aside, and then the Wolverine's just like, oh, we've done this before, bub. It won't be the first time. And he's like, oh, Wolverine, of course, the guy who keeps healing. So Wolverine tells them we can do this all night because of their healing factors. And the Hulk's like, I got this. Look, I'm not just angry, I'm also smarter at this very moment. So he just takes the Wolverine and he shakes and and he pummels his head until his brain goes to jelly. He basically disintegrates his brain inside of his head, and then you got to wait for that to regenerate.
Yeah, I remember that. It's like he's like, okay, so here's what I'm going to do: smash, smash, smash. Right now, your brain is regenerating. That takes a lot longer to happen. Also, I'm going to throw you to the other side of the planet right now. You're not going to be a problem for a while. So like, you just kind of like this little like dangly, like, oh, I like so, and then
oh my god,
yeet!
It's just and then of course he finally gets to the professor, and the professor had just gone through. Did they have Genosha or something? They lost a whole bunch of mutants. I can't remember, but there was a very sad event. There's all these tombstones everywhere, all these dead X-Men that he lost. And he's like, well, I can see you're already grieving. I can't really do anything else to you. And he just leaves. He's like, that's it. You just have to live with this the rest of your life. He turns his back to him and leaves.
Yeah. It's like, you got enough shit going on in your life. I can't really make it any worse. So he just walks away. Like all that, he basically knocked out every freaking X-Men, every freaking mutant in the world, and then it's like, wow, your life sucks, and he just walks away. Like he just glorious. And then, of course, the Avengers Academy thing, which was a series that I thought had a lot of potential, and then they decided to get rid of it, and they got rid of it by turning it by ending like making a battle royale where they killed all the characters off gruesomely, and I don't think they even ended it because I read 2 issues. I'm like, I don't like this at all. Everything about this is disgusting, and I stopped, and then I walked away from it. And I think that's
I
actually when I
did
started.
I did not follow up on Avengers Academy.
It was amazing. I love the characters they were coming up with. I loved a lot of things they were doing. I loved a lot of the connections. After the Skrull invasion, though, the secret invasion, after that happened, they got rid of it,
Oh, the secret
and
invasion.
and then came the Dark Avengers. And I remember when that was happening, they did a thing where like they decided to end it with a battle royale, and I read them like, no, that was a terrible idea. They had amazing characters, they had amazing things. They had this one character they all did really cool stuff, and I loved it. But yeah, just like they wanted to kill off all these characters, and I'm thinking to myself, nope, I'm done. I'm done with this. And that was actually when I started looking like, hey DC, I see your rebirth. I see your rebirthing. uh,
No,
actually, not rebirthing.
no.
And then
You left because of the Avengers Academy?
I left for
No.
a lot of reasons. I left like I was hoping that after the Dark Avengers things would get cool. Siege was actually a very interesting series. We're going to talk about a little bit of that like another day, not now. We're mostly
Mm,
talking about Hulk. Like when they got to the Dark Avengers and then Siege and then all that stuff, that was actually some really cool stuff and very topical to
yeah.
what was happening at the time. And well, we thought so at the time because we thought George Bush was like the ultimate stupid bad thing that could happen to a leadership,
As so we thought, and
and
now we look back on his great, great leadership.
like he didn't do as much damage. And
Well, to be fair,
to be
Bush
fair,
didn't didn't tweet really. That I
that's
think he had
true.
somebody tweet for him.
Yeah, no, he was smart enough not to tweet.
Did they have Twitter back then?
Oh yeah, there's Twitter back then. There's been Twitter like since 2006.
Really?
Twitter's been around for a while.
Wow.
Yeah, it wasn't as widely
Wow.
used as it is today, but Twitter's been around.
Like I think I only heard about Twitter in like 2012, I think. Maybe a little
Hold on.
further, 2020,
Okay,
2012.
okay. Let's just Google the
Uh-oh, fact-finding time. This is where we need to pull up
Twitter.
one of those like
How
animated
old?
cards. The more you know. Boo doo 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 doo.
Yeah. I was right on the money. March 21st, 2006.
Ah,
15
all
years
right.
old. Holy shit! Netflix is older than Google.
Well, don't forget, Netflix was
Yes, I
just
know
a
what.
DVD rental service at
I
first.
I remember what Netflix was. Yes, but same time.
But did
Uh,
you use it? Did you actually rent DVDs from it?
no, because back in 2006. Oh, sorry, not even 2006. In however long that was, 23 years ago, I did not have money. So by the time,
Oh.
and even then I was still like, hey, I'm a pirate. I can steal things and then watch them. So much more. Like,
Well,
yay,
I
LimeWire.
I remember a lot of people actually use the service to actually make backups. That's what we'll call it, backups of
Yes,
the
that's what
rentals.
that's what it was. That's what it was all about. But yes, yay, LimeWire. But yeah, we watched, and yeah, we yeah. So like back, I was like that back in the day. That was me back in the day, the young child me. And then I ended up, and then until one day, like I woke up after an event.
Yep.
I think I told you about the event, but there are humans out there who don't know and will not know unless they pay me more money. Um, and and then I woke up one day and I had Netflix, and I'm like, I don't want to be a pirate anymore. And like,
I will admit that once I as well did the switch to a proper streaming service because their service is very, very good. Uh, yeah, I haven't touched any type of other stream sites, and I don't know how long. I don't know how it's been. It's just easy. Plus, it took me, I think, 2 years to realize that with Amazon Prime, I had access to Prime movies and they're streaming music. I thought that was an additional service. And yeah, everybody had a good laugh at my expense, but they also have their own great content. So between Netflix and Prime movies or videos, um, I'm pretty good. I don't really need all those Cartoon Network things, but plus YouTube of course. They have great premium content if you go for YouTube Premium, and I recommend everybody do. It's worth it. It's worth it.
Uh, hashtag not a sponsor. Um, yeah, I know.
Hashtag
Yes,
become our sponsor.
hashtag not a sponsor yet. But okay, yeah. Hey, Leanne. So here's the deal. We started talking. We were talking about World War Hulk. Then we started getting into what happened after World War Hulk, and like everything that happened, like the things that caused me to not want to read Marvel anymore, which was actually the events after the Skrull invasion. Mostly the Avengers Academy, though Dark Avengers themselves was actually a really really good series in itself.
Also, anyone who
Um,
hasn't read anything about the Skrull invasion, you should. It's almost like a new version or reimagining of Days of Future Past almost. There's some nice time travel in there,
no, there's
and
no time
it's
travel
a
in that.
yeah, there is.
Where was there time travel in the Secret Invasion?
There is, man. Or maybe you just followed one storyline,
I
but
found
when you
like
get to
three.
the end of the other issues, because it ties into other storylines also, and
Yeah.
there's uh, there's uh, there's Logan, aka Wolverine, and Susan Storm. After the Skrulls take over, and everyone is almost all depowered. Oh no! Oh no! 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 I am wrong. I apologize, everyone. I'm thinking of Age of Ultron.
Yeah,
I
I was thinking that. Like
was
Logan
like,
and Sue
wait a minute.
Storm, they're in the right place.
I I was about to say, and then everybody went to fight Ultron in the future. Then I was like, whoa, wait a minute.
No. Secret
I'm
Invasion.
sorry.
Okay,
I apologize.
I'm not gonna talk about Secret Invasion because that's a whole other thing we can get into. But no, not squirrels, Skrulls. They're green dudes who turn into other, who make themselves look like other people.
Yeah, we're not talking about Squirrel Girl, okay? However, Squirrel Girl is actually an Omega level mutant. So we can't
Yeah.
actually diss Squirrel Girl.
Yeah, don't yeah, no, she's kind of like Deadpool meets I
Meets
don't know.
Deadpool. No, no.
She's like if Deadpool actually had powers.
No, the squirrels don't take over. Or maybe kind of. I mean, her superpower is she talks to squirrels and she's defeated
Yes.
Galactus.
Yes.
So
She has defeated Thanos legitimately.
yes. Yes, this
Like
is
in a real comic, she has defeated Thanos by covering him in squirrels. Because apparently squirrels are all powerful, which I've been saying for years. Decades even.
well, let's just put it this way. You're a giant male godlike being. You get covered in squirrels. Just think about that. Just think about that. I would surrender as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah. God damn it, Squirrel Girl.
But to get back to Earth, when the Hulk starts going crazy right before some of the pictures that he's showing there, the I guess you could say the most not claustrophobic. What is it? Agoraphobic? Yeah, I think it's agoraphobic when you're scared of all that all that disease outside. He's afraid of going outside. Anyways, the world's most strongest superhero, who's supposed to be Marvel's equivalent to Superman, but they have quite a few. The Sentry, he actually comes down to fight the Hulk one on one, mano y mano, and they go at it, and every punch is just creating earthquakes, and they're shattering buildings all over the city. It's epic. Like, you have to read and just look at that fight. The art is amazing, and they're just going at it. And he's powered by like a billion suns in him, a billion suns, and you got the Hulk who has like unlimited gamma radiation, and they just literally pound the energy out of each other. Oh, it's one of the most badass fights. They're both beat up, bloody, and tired by the end, and they're just leaning against each other. So you want to keep going, Bruce? I don't know, man. I think I'm good. And yeah, he tires them out. He tires them out. The it, it's just insane that they can fight that long, that hard, and just be completely wiped. And then uh, uh the Hulk, something that we didn't actually mention throughout the story, he actually has a best friend, which is Rick Jones. Wait, it is Rick Jones, right?
Rick Jones.
Okay. I'm hoping I'm not getting like the RoboCop character mixed up in there somewhere. Oh God. So he's the reason the Hulk became the Hulk, because Rick Jones was just on the nuclear testing field, what an idiot, and Bruce saves him, throws him inside of a ditch, which would have still gotten hit by the radiation, but comics. So the Hulk gets hit by the gamma bomb, turns into the Hulk. But ever since that day, Rick made it his job to be his friend, get to know him, help him in all these radical and rad situations. So Meek, I think Meek, just decides that seeing the Hulk in such a weakened state is like an insult, and he really wants to see the Hulk come back because he idolizes the Hulk so much, as he previously mentioned. He idolizes the Hulk and doesn't even think that Bruce Banner should exist in his mind. So he decides he's going to kill him. And if I recall, because I haven't read the comic in a while, and I didn't actually go refresh on the last scenes, but I think if I recall, he throws a spear or something, and Rick Jones like, "No, I'll save you." He gets it right in the chest, a la G.I. Joe, and boom, World Breaker Hulk is back right there on the spot. What have you done? And then that goes to that amazing art there that you were sharing a little bit there.
Oh no,
Before,
actually,
right
no.
before it.
You actually missed a very important part of that. Actually, that's not when he does it. He turns back into the Hulk and starts to basically just epically
Oh, right.
wail
He
on,
beats the living crap out of him.
and like
Like,
until he's nothing more than just an exoskeleton, like until he's like the middle part in the head, and like
he
the head's
cracked
all
his shell. He cracked his shell.
He's
Oh.
like, "Argh." Well, then again, you couldn't really tell. You couldn't really tell what he was because he's like, so poorly drawn that you just can't tell.
Oh, right. And I forgot to
Oh.
mention that as he's just gurgling in his blood or whatever, isn't I think that's
That's the
when
moment. That's what the moment he reveals the fact that he's the one who
he
blew up the car.
revealed he's the one who blew up the planet, the spaceship. I mean, he
Yeah.
made it go nuclear, and then the Hulk gets completely. He loses control of everything. He's like, there's no way I can contain this rage. You guys have got to help me out.
It's like, guys, kill me right now, otherwise everyone's gonna die. It's like,
Hey, but if you think about it, the satellite laser beam that takes out the Hulk at that very moment, it's Veronica, right?
no,
No?
we're not doing Veronica. We're not trying to connect it with the fucking movies. The
No, no,
movies are
no,
its
no,
own
no.
thing.
I didn't want to connect it with the movies, but it was still Veronica, though, wasn't it?
It's the
Oh no,
idea that
Friday, Friday. Sorry, Friday.
if the whole idea is that yes, Iron Man, especially at the time when he was like kind of doing that whole thing where he was basically the guy controlling all the things.
Yeah, yeah,
He,
yeah. But
he,
if it was
he
Friday, Friday was also the same AI that was assisting, at least in the comics, in the Hulkbuster. And the
yeah, but
satellite is what sent down parts. So technically, it's part of the Hulkbuster.
no, it's not part of the Hulkbuster. The Hulkbuster's
Come
an
on, guys,
armor.
tell me you agree with me. It's part of the Hulkbuster, right?
It's not part of the Hulkbuster. It's not part of the Hulkbuster.
Therefore,
It's like it might as well say that fucking the Sentry is part of the Hulkbuster because something because Iron Man had a lot to do with getting him out there.
oh, Hulkbuster armor. I'm gonna, I swear, I am gonna find something somewhere. Or again, you guys can still look for at least one time where the Hulkbuster armor may have taken down the Hulk without going with Battle World. I think maybe in Battle World, but I don't really count Battle World because it's
Yeah,
just.
it's not. It's not canon, dude. Battle World's not canon.
Is it actually not canon?
Okay, show me a time in the comics, any comic where the Hulkbuster armor ever is useful.
That's gonna be your guys' homework. That's gonna be your guys' homework, and you can link it to his Twitter account and just post it on there, and we'll share it on the next stream. Even though we're not going to be talking about this anymore, we'll share that. We'll share it
Yeah.
for the world to see. Help me out, world. Help me out.
No, don't help him out. Please don't help him.
Don't help me. Hashtag help me out.
It's just so poorly drawn, though. Like that's the one thing. Like I love the idea of the Hulk just coming to Earth and wrecking everyone's shit. I could not handle how poorly drawn it was. That's just so poorly drawn. I'm looking at your screen right
Well,
now, and I'm just looking at myself, looking. I just can't.
yeah, but look, his jaw is rounded up.
It's
At
not.
least.
It's got right angles, dude. Those are
No,
angles.
no.
Nobody
It's
has
got
that.
no. It's got the right angles. That's what it's got. It's got the right angles.
Why must
Look at that
you
hair slicked back.
why
Look
must
at
you
that
fail me?
chest.
No. Bad.
Look at the hands being bigger than the fist. It's because like see, my hands can be bigger than my fist too. Yeah, see that?
Kind of doesn't. It still doesn't. You have a really big head, though, man. It didn't actually look bigger. It didn't look bigger. That's the thing. Like, yeah, mine does because I don't have a grotesquely large. Actually, I do.
Well, maybe there's a secret power that they
Maybe,
never mentioned that the Sentry and the Hulk have, and maybe they stole something from like Kids in the Hall where they could like, I pinch and crush your head.
I'm just wondering, do you have tiny hands?
Well, we all have tiny hands.
No,
There
my
you
hands.
go. See,
My hands are
see,
pretty big.
it's just about the angle. That's all it is. It's just the angle.
Like this. This is a can. Do your hands cover the can completely like this and reach completely around?
Well, let's see. If I grab a can without showing, no,
Okay,
they
no,
do not. The fingers do not touch or nothing.
do it this way and see how much of the can is hidden. I
Oh,
want to
all
see.
right.
Because for me, you couldn't see the top or the bottom. Yeah,
Well,
you can see the top. You couldn't see the top on mine. Look at that. Look at that. Hold on. My hands are bigger than yours. You have tiny hands. You tiny hands.
well,
This is
I do
important to
have
me.
I do have tiny hands and tiny fingers, which kind of sucks because it sucks playing guitar with small fingers, man. I can't reach all those. Hands can't. Just the only thing my fingers are good for is opening the matrix of. That's it.
Okay.
All right, all right. So that pretty much brings us up to the end. The laser comes down, takes out the Hulk, and then what happens?
Oh, then then it's over. The Hulk shit is kicked purely in. The everyone has to start rebuilding. The Warbound is imprisoned. Rick Jones is dead, and they try to rebuild.
Oh, I know why I was getting mixed up. In RoboCop, his name is Dick Jones. Oh, that's what it was. Yes, it does very much like playing any instrument with small hands. Yes, it does. It's horrible on the piano. It's horrible on any stringed instrument. But I think it doesn't really matter if you play the triangle or if you play the kazoo or
A
the
great kazoo.
xylophone, maybe maybe a recorder or that what do you call that? What do you call
Trum-
that?
Trombone,
No, the flute there.
slide whistle.
Oh, it's a slide whistle. There we go. Yeah, I think you're fine with those.
Oh, you need longer arms for that. You can get the reed.
Oh, well, I mean, it only goes about what the same length as the whistle, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a instrument specialist of any kind. All right. So there you go. So we covered the story. We probably more or less ruined some parts, but we left a lot out. A
But
lot. How
that's
many
everything
total
true.
issues are there in the entire count? I don't
Uh,
remember, but
five in the main, and then every other series, like everyone had at least a little bit of a connection to it. So like five times, I don't know, 12, because you had the Hulk, you had the Hulk for World War Hulk. Then you had the Incredible Hulk actual comic that involved Hercules, the Hulk, and that weird little
mm,
Asian Hulk that took over as the Hulk for a
a
while.
violin would be easier. Yes.
Then of course you had the X Men, you had Ghost Rider, the Avengers, Spider Man. Oh, actually, did Spider Man? No,
Yeah,
Spider
yeah,
Man.
yeah. I know
Uh,
because they made so many things that were related to each other. But how many comics in all do you think we need to read in order to get just the entire
I
Hulk
was doing
story?
the math, man. You do all of those times five. Then there was a tie-in for the Young Avengers. I think we're at
Oh my God!
nine.
Go count all
Um,
of your comics.
The Avengers Academy, or the Initiative is what they called it. So right now we're at 50.
I'll Google it.
We're at 50 total, at least. So at least
Oh,
50, maybe more. Like just for that tie-in alone, all worth a watch.
let's take a quick peek. Hey, what do we say? The series consists of really just, I guess, man, you were like right on it. Just five main issues to start for World War Hulk, and then all the others are just limited series.
Yes,
Huh.
there were tie-in issues, and they all ran at the same time concurrently.
Jeez. All
So
right. So,
but then you have to think that there were like 10 different series connected to it at the time. Like
well, a
I
lot
think
more than I thought.
yeah, so I mean the only one that wasn't that I was reading was Spider-Man. I think at the time he was dealing with One More Day. Not One More Day, Brand New Day. That was a terrible comic series. That was a terrible idea. Everything. Okay,
I didn't. I didn't follow that, so I don't know how bad it was. Now, was it bad story, bad art, both?
story. Story was
Eh.
garbage. Okay, you know what? Next week we're gonna keep on
Oh.
with the Marvel. We're gonna talk about Spider-Man, One More Day, and Brand New Day.
Oh, I'm gonna have to actually try and find those issues and read those just to see
Yes, you
how
will.
good or bad it is. To
Okay,
judge
so
your judgmentalness.
Spider-Man Back in Black and the One More Day that led up to was glory incarnate. It's kind of like the same deal with how I compared Planet Hulk to World War Hulk, where it was a glorious thing followed by something that was so horrific that it still bothers me to this day, and I'm not the only one. It is a feeling shared by every person who's ever read that Spider-Man comic in the last 20 years.
Any Spider-Man fans in the chat that may have read those?
Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. He spins a web any size, catches thieves just like flies. Look out! Here comes Spider-Man.
Gotta remember that was an amazing song, man. I am Spider-Man. Right?
Do you just purposely just try to make me upset? Do you upset me on purpose, dude? I feel like you do.
Next episode, I make him have a migraine live on feed. No.
You know what? You're getting there on this episode.
Oh man. Actually, I think just a quick little insert. It's just because that reminded me of I believe it was a movie with Pauly Shore called Biodome, where they have the Ramones that covered the Spider-Man song or whatever, but he cracks a joke where he's like, "Yeah, man,
Spider-Man does whatever." Yeah.
Which is another movie maybe you guys could actually skip. Pauly Shore just
Yeah, no. Which fun fact, it was actually supposed to be the sequel to Bill and Ted, but the script was so bad, Keanu and the other guy, they're like, no.
Oof.
And like they're like they basically just said, that noise, we're not gonna ruin our careers that badly. And then Pauly Shore grabbed them like, I will.
He was like, all right, I'll do it. Or whatever. I can't do Pauly Shore, but
yeah, no, but you were close enough. Both what he did and what you did just there caused me to be angry.
I'm working it. I'm working those gears. I'm grinding those gears, boy. All right, so there we go. So everything is all covered up. We threw in a couple of, I guess, a few minutes of extra content or more. And
we are no longer friends, Vex. Vex, you are now my enemy. You are now my enemy, Vexed Hulk. I read that. I saw that. No, bad. All right. So next episode we'll be talking about Spider-Man, brand new day, and one more day and brand new day. Check back and I promise it'll be a good time. Also, this little asshole over here is going to try to make me angrier than I've ever been. He's getting there.
I'm gonna look up everything that he loves. I'm gonna look it all up, and then I'm gonna turn it upside down.
So yes, check back next time. If you guys have any suggestions for things you want to watch, things you want us to do, things you want to see, please do not hesitate. Hit up my Discord, hit up my Twitter, my all my stuff. There should be links to that stuff available down below. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. That will help our channel grow, especially the like button. The more times you hit that button, the more chances that people are going to see us. Unless, of course, you don't like us, you want us to fail, then tell us how we're failing.
Even if you don't like us, share with people who you think will hate us. I welcome all the comments. The comments.
We accept your haters. Because if you hated it and you send it to people you don't like, they'll be like, wow, this guy hated it. It must be good. And then they'll watch us and be like, wow, it's garbage. And then they'll be like, okay, so now we have something in common. And then, we just help two people become friends.
There we go.
All right, no, but seriously, so do the whole thing, like, comment, subscribe, try to be, everything in there. This is going to become live now. This will be available now. We'll fix it a bit later, but so make sure get people to come in and watch us. We'll be back again next week, 7 days from now, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time next Friday. And again, let us know what you think. It is so important that you do let us know what you think. All right. So I have been the Tech Support Ninja.
And I am and have been Belize Boy.
So you guys have